This book I read was by Octavia Butler. It's Lilith's Brood, and it's a 3-in-1. She has 3 novels in there. It's Dawn, Adulthood, Rights, and Imago. I read Dawn. I'm on to Adulthood Rights. Last 3 years I've been 26, and I'm going to be 26 forever. Light colors like oranges, browns, peaches, but it's basically whatever color I'm feeling for that day. So today it's sort of gray outside, so that's the color that I'm rocking. I had one really bad breakup in college. It was my second boyfriend. In hindsight, I wasn't in love with him. I was infatuated with the idea of love because he loved me so much, but I didn't know anything about how to love someone or be loving to anyone. And up to this day, you know, he still thinks of me as a very cold, you know. And the next one was not a bad breakup, but an embarrassing breakup, because I really wanted to be with this guy that I worked with, and we talked a lot, flirted a lot, but in the end he said he couldn't be with me because he's 18 years older than me, and he didn't want to cause any problems with my family. He didn't want anyone coming after him with a cutlass. And I don't know my weight because I don't weigh myself, but I do wear a size 12, and on my fat days or when I have my monthly, and if I had to get into like those high-waisted skinny jeans, I would have to wear a size 14. I am 5'11" and I wear a size 12. I mainly watch a lot of BBC murder mysteries like Sherlock Holmes, the series, Inspector Morse, Inspector Lewis, Poirot. What they all have in common is that the people, the characters, they're usually of the same racial group, and they know their place in society, and they know their rights. People can't yank them around. Well, when I'm watching those type of programs, I'm thinking of that for my black people. You know, I want that sort of society for us. I'm a Cancer, and I know people tend to think of us as over-emotional, but I wouldn't say that for myself. I tend to overthink things, but that's about it. I'm hugely attracted to intelligence. I'm a sapiosexual. Responsibility for your actions, you'll feel better in the long run. I stand by that. You know, you'll spend a lot of time, I mean for myself, I'll spend a lot of time worrying, overthinking things when I could just go to the person, ask them what's wrong, say what I've done wrong, and follow it up with actions, not just words, and just keep it moving. If the person doesn't want to accept my apology and my actions to go with it, well, I can't do anything about it and I can't dwell on it. I have to keep it moving. Played a detective on a murder mystery on BBC called Luther. Very good, stimulating, cerebral, flawed, intelligent character, except that he was black, just like a lot of other characters in mainstream that we see and we would want to see more of. He's not a gangbanger wearing his pants down, doing all of that stuff that you see in media that most of us do not do. Well, I like to be at home. Anywhere at home will do. It's just that when I am down, the best place for me to be is home, because, you know, my face shows how I'm feeling. That way I'm home and I could let my guard down, and, you know, no one has to say, oh, why is she setting up her face like that? You know, what's wrong? You know, I don't want anyone asking me what's wrong, trying to get in my business, trying to feel sorry for me. Takes me about 20 to 25 minutes to shower and get dressed, if so much, because I take my clothes out in advance and I wear the same color scheme, the same uniform for the entire week. If I put out all browns, that's it for the week. I'm not going back in to change anything. Fortunately, in either the 6th or 7th grade in private school, on a rainy day, you know, the boys were running around. I had nothing better to do. And you know those retractable umbrellas, you know, you push the lever and it, you know, it comes out. Well, one of those boys, he took it and he punched it in my eye. Now, I could not see properly for hours and I was steaming angry because what makes it worse is I wear contacts, my eyes are bad. You know, you're dealing with my health. So I had all that time to stew and think about what I had to do. And yes, I cornered him 2 blocks away from the school. And I beat him and his friend. Now he thought things were going to get better by telling my dad, who was a teacher or an administrator at the school at that time. And it didn't, because I did not feel any remorse. This is my health you're playing with. You deserve that and more. And the next time was in high school. This boy that I knew on the football team, he told everyone that we did something that I definitely did not do. I'm a late bloomer. I didn't do anything until I got to college, okay? So I was very, very upset. I am no one's you know what, and I keep a low profile as it is, and you're coming to mess with my reputation. I collared that boy, and yeah, I had to lick him. I had to lick him. So, and I know maybe it's the way that I did it that makes him think that I'm crazy, because 3 or 4 years ago I saw him on the 2 train and he moved to the next car, and my associate from high school, he contacted me on Facebook and said, you know, so-and-so said he saw you on the train, but that he moved to another car because he didn't want any confrontation because you're crazy and, you know, he doesn't want to start anything. Well, you shouldn't have lied to begin with. I'm an adult right now, and, you know, I'm not harboring anything, but that's what you get for messing with people's reputation. You know, that's all you have is your good name. Don't fool around with people, especially quiet people. They'll take and take and take, but don't start any foolishness with us. Just thinking about it, I'm getting heated. But and the last altercation, well, I didn't beat anybody up, and thank goodness I didn't. You know, it's not good to be like that. It's not good. I'm hasty, as I explained from before. You know, I thought I saw someone that I knew from college that tried to take advantage of me. I thought I saw him in Shop and Stop, and I almost leaped over the other people that were waiting to pay for their things, and I almost reached over to collar the guy, but he turned around instinctually to see like who's coming up to him, and I stopped just as I was about to like get into a rage, and I'm like, and I realized it wasn't him. But look at how crazy I'm thinking, and look at how it's not a good thing to be this way. I said to him, are you so-and-so's brother? Because what I was really thinking was I was going to give him a cuff and tell him, I'm going to send this cuff to your brother or your cousin by you and let them know, well, it's me that sent it. And he's like, no, I don't know that person. And I felt so, well, no, I'll be lying. I didn't feel bad, but I was like, are you for real? You're just lying. Because you see that crazy look in my eye, you're lying. But then I said, you know what? Calm down. Calm yourself down. What are you doing? What are you thinking? And I backed away. Now, this is the bad thing about myself again. I don't even feel that much remorse for that incident, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, that's too much of an uncanny resemblance. Same coloring and just down to the little things. But I said, you know what? Let me just back up and leave it alone. But I'm not a bad John. I'm not a badass or anything like that. No, I'm sure that that guy in high school, he could have probably beaten me up if he wanted to, but maybe he thought I was a girl and I'm crazy, so he didn't put as much fight as he could have into the altercation. So I'm not a badass or anything like that, but do not get quiet people upset. We will take and take and take, but don't go so far. with wisdom is a major turn on, but having knowledge and no wisdom, not knowing how to do it and just talking out your behind is a big turn off. I joined YouTube because I wanted to chronicle my hair journey as well as provide a little bit of information for people with my hair texture. I really don't see too many people, maybe 2 or 3 with my mixture of very kinky but fine hair and with this sort of length. I don't know how this is coming off on camera, but look at how kinky my hair is, you see? But it's also very fine. I have no oils or anything in there yet. A bit of lint sneaking in there, you bastard. Come out of there, man. You see? I haven't cried in 7 years. I know that's not something to be proud of, but I came close to it with the Trayvon Martin trial. And I come close like when my daughter gets very good grades or my son comes home with something super spectacular. An African mermaid. I want to be a symbol of strength and beauty and courage, but also a dark force to be reckoned with. I have 3 fears. One is stepping in caca. I stepped in caca when I bought a new pair of Nikes. It was day 3 of me wearing that new pair and I stepped in something. I hadn't stepped in anything in like, what, 20 years. So I went to the 99-cent store right away, got a pair of slippers. Yes, it was the middle of winter. I didn't care. I poured the bleach and everything and tried to clean it. It looked clean, but I couldn't put them back on. So I put them in the drop box for needy people. And 2 days later, I went right back to VIM sneaker store and I bought the exact same pair again. That is how much I'm so afraid of that. I'm still tackling that fear of water. I'm going to be taking lessons again. My 3rd fear is what my children are going to have to face. Days ago by a co-worker, she actually had the nerve to FaceTime me on my phone to try to see where I am, like where to make sure I am where I say I really am. So I'm gonna really give her a piece of my mind. Guy has a very extensive background in history, world history, and well, he's super great with mathematics as a whole and science, but we really get into deep discussions about current events and the historical impact then and now. I'm always learning from him.
Fire burning hotter than paper.
A big hello to Nerdy Lioness here on YouTube. I was inspired by watching her Tmi Tag to do one myself. And if you're looking for a great way to combine your locks, please check out her channel. She did hers using the crochet hook method as opposed to how I did mine with 2-strand twists, where you can still see some of the demarcation lines even after 2 years. And I'm going to do an update on how they look. But this is what I have so far. And I also purchased from Smiley with the Locks here on YouTube this piece of lock jewelry for thicker locks, and you can see the demarcation lines still on that combined lock. But this is so well made, so well crafted. I have one more piece of lock jewelry that I want to purchase, but it's going to be from Barbadian 261 here on YouTube. It's the flowers. She has some flowers out right now. Okay, lock lovers, until next time. Bye.